Thanks for coming to the class. And this is going to be an easy yoga. There will be some small challenges, but nothing crazy. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with a little bit of movement. Today, we're going to sit up and we're going to have our legs extended in front of us. And because this is just the very beginning and your back may not be 100% warmed up, feel free to place your hands behind you and kind of support it, because I really want your back straight. Relax your shoulders. And we're going to start with our toes. So go ahead and fold them and then straighten and fold them again. And again. And one more time. Good. And now we're going to warm up our ankles. So we're going to draw nice big circles. 3, 4, and 5. And then go ahead and keep those ankles active. Really, really open up those toes and let's rotate them right to left. And this movement you're going to feel all the way to your hip. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very nice. Go ahead and bend your knees, but not super crazy. It's kind of softish, like maybe about 65 degrees. And apologize for the cats again. And we're going to go ahead and bring our knees to the left side of our body and to the right. And again, inhaling down and exhaling up and back to the right. 3 more times. Two more times. Keep using your hands. They are in the back. One more time. Good. Very nice. Go ahead and straighten your legs and move your body forward. Reach wherever you can. And as you do that, move your body gently side to side so that the flesh from under your glutes kind of gets a chance to move out. Reach your arms in front and once again, drop your arms as far as they would go. Don't worry if they do not quite touch your toes. Lift this time, bring your arms a little bit higher up just so that you feel that your back is starting to warm up. And once again, holding forward, chest is open, neck is in line with your spine. Once again, all the way up. And this time, you're going to bring your arms to your shoulder height by your sides. And lift once again. Inhale, inhale. And with an exhale, forward fold. Once again, warming everything up. And again, inhale. Bring your hands all the way behind you. Touch the floor. Chest is open, slightly arched back. Inhale, open, 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 and forward fold. Yes, very nice. As you come back into neutral position, go ahead and drag your right knee towards your chest. Place your right foot on the floor. Just really work with your body. Good. Open things up. And now you're going to lift your right foot. Place both of your hands on the sole of your foot and just come halfway. So in essence, you have that right knee into your right underarm. And as you do that, I'm going to turn again so that you can see what I'm trying to do also is press my chest forward toward my thigh, opening up and really engaging my back muscles. Good. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side, opening and closing. Once again, first knee comes up and you are lifting your chest to greet it, and then we're going to grab the foot and and straighten it just halfway. And from here, we are really straightening our back. Good. One more breath here. Keep dropping your shoulders. Good. Nice. Let's go back to our right leg, and this time you're going to bend it and drop it to the right side of your body. Once again, I'm moving, you don't have to. Your left one is going to be parallel to your left hip, so you're not bringing it out. It is still in front of you. You're going to reach your arms once again, inhale, and with an exhale, go ahead and fold forward. Remember to keep your back as straight as possible. Lift up just a little bit and reach a little bit more. You should feel that a little bit more in your lower back and in your right knee. One last time, inhale, inhale. Reach as far as you can. Please note how far you're going. We're going to come back to this midway through our practice today. And release. Right leg goes out. Left knee comes to our chest, and then we're dropping it down. Well, of course, if you have hip and knee issues and these angles are not available to you, please adjust. Once again, reach up, open up. You're going to feel it completely different on this one. Reach with an exhale. Good. Inhale, lift. A little bit more distance between your rib cage and your hips, and fold forward with an exhale. Good. One last time. Inhaling and exhaling, forward fold. Beautiful. Go ahead and come all the way back in, and we're going to bend both of our knees, the soles of the feet together, and you're going to grab onto your shin bones here, pressing your elbows gently into your knees, opening up the inner thighs, and gently pressing your chest forward. So if you round your back in this position, you will still feel the stretch, but nowhere near as intense or as effective. So go ahead and start pressing your chest forward as opposed to your nose down. Nice. Place your knees together after your third breath and hug them. And this time actually relax your spine. Good. Breathe. 2 more breaths here. Nice and round. Everything is relaxed. Good. And then from here, once again, activate all those muscles in the back. Reach both arms up, 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 and wonderful. And then from here, we're going to find our way into a crouching position, and almost right away, we're going to go into a forward fold. Place your feet hip-width apart for now, just so that we're not fighting with our balance. Gently shift your hips side to side. Drop your head. This is a real forward fold. Grab the elbow of the opposite arm here. Drop your head and maybe sway slightly side to side, feeling a good stretch in your spine and in your hamstrings. And one more nice big sway. Wonderful. And then from here, release your arms and start to lift up. And 3 and 2 and 1. And reach both of your arms up toward the ceiling. I'm going to step back so that you can actually see what is happening. I'm turning. You don't have to. Good. Reach with your right arm. High, 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 high. And now with your left one. High, 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 high. Good. And now bring your arms behind you. Clasp them. I'm turning again so you can see what I'm trying to do. And keeping your back nice and arched, we're going to go halfway. Stay here. Now, start to continue going down. Hinge at your hips. So we're not hinging at the lower back. We're hinging at the hips. Nice and gentle, 1 inch at a time. You're coming right back into that forward fold. Take one last inhale. And with an exhale, release your arms and lift up. Good. Place your hands at your heart center. For this next one, if you feel like closing your eyes, that's perfectly fine. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Your feet are still hip-width apart, so you don't have to worry about your balance. But if you do find that closing your eyes interferes with it, then please don't. We're going to take 5 full breaths. And I want each inhale to be slightly longer than the previous one. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Continue doing that 4 more times. And exhale. You're standing really flat through your feet on the floor, on the mat, on your carpet. You're being very present. You're taking care of your body. You're relaxing through your shoulders and you're lifting your chest. One last time. And exhale. Wonderful. All right. Release your arms. Keep your arms with your palms facing forward. And we're going to flatten our feet just a tiny bit more. So why don't you rock to the outer edge of your foot and then inner edge of your foot a couple more times. Really. Wonderful. Good. And now go ahead and lift your toes and place one toe at a time back on the floor. A little harder than it seems. And then I want you to go ahead and lift on your tippy toes and drop down. And again, lift and drop down. And lift one more time. And drop down. Yes, just feeling a little bit more comfortable on them. Now you're going to start bending your knees. We're going to find our easy chair. Start nice and easy. You're bringing yourselves into that, I don't know, how many angles are there? 1, 2, and 3. There you go. Wonderful. Nice and easy. Drop your shoulders back. Breathe. One more time. Good. And lift up. Definitely feeling that you're building that fire in your legs. Good. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper. But this time we're going to see how deep we go based on how far our fingertips are going to touch the floor. So once again, lift your arms above your head. Start to drop lower. Good. Find that position that you can tolerate. Inhale. And with an exhale, drop your arms to the floor. How far are your fingertips? Swing them behind you and forward again. And again, a little bit lower. See if you can actually touch the floor. One more time. This is your inhale. And this is your exhale. Good. And lift back up into mountain pose. Right? This should have felt pretty good on the quads and on the hamstrings. Step forward toward the very front of the mat if you were in the center of it. Good. And now place your feet closer together so that both your ankles and your knees are into each other. And we're going to find that chair pose again. Ready? Inhale, and with an exhale, start with dropping as low as you feel comfortable. Press your knees into each other. It's almost like they're feeding their energy off of each other. And lift your arms up again. Inhale. And with an exhale, go ahead and drop into forward fold. Place your hands on the floor or on the blocks. And lift into chair again. Arms are all the way up. Inhale. And with an exhale, forward fold. Hands on the floor or on the blocks. One more time. Inhale, open up. And exhale, forward fold. Nice. Place your hands now either right above your knees or on your shins. Straighten your backs. We are now in the standing tabletop. So if I were to put a tray on your back, nothing would fall. You are in charge. Good. After your third breath, go ahead and place your hands on the floor. Step your left leg back. Drop your left knee on the floor. Lift up into your first low lunge. Now lift into your high lunge from here. So your right knee is soft. We're not going to push it Find your way into it, and then gently drop back down into that low lunge. Once again, up and down. One more time, up and down. Nicely done. We're going to hang out here now, stretching our hamstrings. So press your hips back, opening up and straightening your right leg, and dropping our very warm spine and chest and everything down toward that right knee. Good. Stay here for 2 more breaths. One more breath. Nice. Lift up, use your hands to do that. And press forward. Open one more time into that low lunge. Feeling that something really nice has just happened to you. Your hands are back on the floor. Left foot steps forward. And right one steps back. Drop on your knees. You know now what's going to happen. Lift up right away to the low lunge and do your best to lift up. And down. Use your arms to help you here. Lift up and come down. One last time. Lift up. I know this is hard. Lots of balancing. And come back down. Good. Hands on the floor. Let's stretch our hamstrings here. Draw your chest towards your knee. That is the point. This is what really lengthens our lower back. Nice. Lift up. Press it forward one more time. Beautiful. Hands are back on the floor. This time your left leg goes back as opposed to your right foot coming forward. Good. And we are in our tabletop position. Nice. Shift your hips side to side. Feeling a nice big openness here. Very lovely. So we're going to continue playing with that four-legged balance. Release your left leg. Bring your right hand on your lower back. So back is really, really nice. And so there's that balance going on between your left hand and your right knee. And the balance is a lot in both your core and in the squareness of your hips. Now, you're going to round your back. You're going to press your left knee in under your chest, and you're going to bring your nose to touch that knee. Do your best. Don't worry if you do not have that connection. But that is where you are aiming. And again, nice and long exhale. You're pressing your left hand into the floor, so your left shoulder is definitely working. Try not to sink into it. One last time. And open up. Good. Right hand comes on the floor, left knee comes on the floor, and it's almost like you're really testing the balance. Was there a big difference between both knees on the floor versus one? So keep everything engaged as you lift first your right leg, and then your left arm and left hand goes onto your lower back. Settle in here. This is your balance. This is your long, long spine. Inhale. And start to round your back as you're bringing your knee to your nose and your nose to your knee. And inhaling out. And exhaling in. And inhaling out again. And exhaling in, nice and slow. You are in charge of that balance. Watch your right shoulder. Good. Straighten that right leg one more time. Place your left hand on the floor, gentle. Place your right knee on the floor, gentle. Good. And once again, shift your hips gently side to side. And now, I'm going to turn so that you can see what I'm doing here. You're going to go ahead and drop your right shoulder towards your left elbow. Come back through the center and do the same thing on the other side. Should feel like your spine has gotten into a little bit of a twist here. And you're really opening up your shoulders and your arms. And left to right. One more time, exaggerate this movement. Feel a good stretch in your entire spine. Just try not to drop your head. You really want to keep your neck active. Very nice. Good. Now we're going to go into our down dog. Yes. So what we were working on last Tuesday was tucking our toes, shifting our hips back as we arch our back, and then lifting our knees, sending our hips not just up, but also back, so that it helps us get into that really, really pretty down dog with our arms extended and with our shoulders at about 45 degrees. And we are bending our right knee and the left, and we're pressing our heels into the mat. Very nice. And now from here, we're going to start to walk our feet forward. Good. Bring your feet in alignment with your hands. Drop, drop, drop your hips. So remember how we were doing that chair pose in the beginning, trying to swing our arms and touch the floor? Here we are, exactly where it was. Lift your arms. Inhale, let's swing them again. Is it a little easier to touch the floor? Inhale again. One last time. And lift up into mountain pose. Nice. Breathe. Breathe just. Shoulders are happy. Legs are definitely much warmer. And your breathing possibly a little interrupted. So bring it back to where it should be. Reach both of your arms all the way up, swan dive. So your arms are slightly behind your field of vision. This is how far you want to bring them. So it's really making your back arch. And with that nice arched back, we're folding forward. Our feet are together, our knees are together. Good. Soften your knees. Left leg goes back. Drop your right knee on, right leg goes back. Drop your right knee on the floor. Keep your toes tucked in. Reach. And we're once again gonna try and lift up. And come back down. If you find that this is too hard, don't go all the way down, but I do want you lifted. One last time. Up. And back down. Good. Release your right toes. If you can, keep your hands on your hips. If you have to use them, place them on the floor. And then press into that left foot. Then we're going to go for forward fold into our left, very straight knee. Good. Inhale. Lift and exhale. Forward into low lunge. And again, inhale. Straighten, forward fold. One more time. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and forward fold. Beautiful. Coming all the way back forward. Hands are on the floor. Right foot steps forward. Left one goes back. Drop your left knee on the floor. Settle in. You know what's coming. Ready and lift. And come back down into your low lunge. And lift again. And low lunge. One last time. And low lunge. Beautiful. And release the left toes. Place your hands behind your back or on your hips. Inhale. And with an exhale, press into your right foot as you're straightening your right leg and drop down your chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold into your right knee. One last time. Inhale, inhale. And exhale forward. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale up. Hands are back on the floor. Right leg goes back. Good. Now we're once again in our tabletop position. And now we're going to continue playing a little bit with that four-legged balance. Right leg out. Left hand is on your lower back. This ensures that you continue working with a very square set of hips. Now, do not drop your head. I'm turning so that you see what I'm looking for. That leg is now going to go all the way to the right. Just bring it as far as your body allows you, and then back behind you. And again, inhale, and it's going to the right. Don't drop it. And back. One last time. Pull your right shoulder back, please. You're stronger than you think. And back. And drop that right knee on the floor. And drop your left hand on the floor. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Right hand on your lower back, left leg behind you. There is your balance. Inhale, and with an exhale, each time you're going to try and bring that left leg just a tiny bit farther into the left. But please make sure that you're not dropping it, and that left shoulder remains active. Don't sink into it. Breathe. You're inhaling in that neutral position, and you're exhaling where you're sending your left leg out. Nice. Bring it all the way back in. And let's go into child's pose and relax. Shift your hips gently side to side. Very nice. Gallery view. Good. Sorry, I wanted to make sure that I've got everybody okay. All right, so let's go from here once again into our downward facing dog. Roll your shoulders back, gently arch your back, tuck your toes, shift your hips back first, and then straighten your legs. Good, wonderful. Inhale, your right leg rises. Go ahead and bring that right foot forward. Now what you're going to do is step your left foot a little bit forward, rotate it so that your left heel is sort of in alignment with your right heel, but your right foot is facing forward and your left one is fully on the floor diagonal. And from here, very gently, if you have to use your hands, that's perfectly fine. Otherwise, go ahead and lift up. Good, very nice. Wonderful. So we're going to go from here into a few different variations of our pyramid. So our hips are facing forward, our shoulders are facing forward. We're not exactly in the lunge position for our feet, but they're a little bit closer together. Take a nice deep inhale, and with an exhale, leaning forward with your chest, and only come halfway here. Just like we were doing a minute ago with our left knee on the floor, I want you to start feeling that it's your chest that is coming towards your right knee. Ready? So continue dropping in. Wonderful. Take a nice deep inhale. And with an exhale, lift up halfway. Press into your right foot. Your right hamstrings are working really hard. And come all the way up. Very nice. Take a deep breath. Open that chest. Let's fold forward again. Start halfway. And then from here, remember, we're still hinging at the hips, not at the lower back. And it's our chest that is trying to reach our knee or our shin or however far it can go. Don't drop your head too hard. Your spine and your neck are still aligned. Inhale and start to lift up. First, you're coming halfway, then you're taking an inhale, and with an exhale, you're coming all the way up. One last time. Inhale, and with an exhale, forward fold. Stopping halfway for just a minute, rearranging our hips and our lower back, and then moving all the way forward. And again, we're lifting up, inhale, and lift up. Halfway, pausing for just half a breath, and moving all the way back up. Very nice, super beautiful. Good, soften your right knee. Find your way on the floor. And because we had a shorter stand here, you may want to place your hands a little bit farther forward of your right foot. Bring your right leg back. And we are back in downward facing dog. How are we feeling? Ask yourselves that. I know we're working, so left leg rises first, and then you're bringing that left foot forward. While your knee is still kind of soft, bring that right foot a little bit, maybe about 8 inches forward. So it really depends on how tall you are. Good. Rotate your right foot. Make sure that you have plenty of balance here. And then lifting up. And if you have to use your hands and your left leg in order to lift up for the first time, that's perfectly fine. We're just adjusting here. Shoulders are back. Hips are facing forward. We have found our balance. Our knees are very strong and locked. Take an inhale, open this chest up, and come halfway with an exhale. Good, settle in here. Start to hinge from here, from the hips. I want you to pay really, really big attention to that. Dropping all the way down. Inhale here. And with an exhale, lift halfway. Inhale, and start with an exhale to press all the way up. Is there a difference between the two sides of your body? Breathe. Inhale, forward fold. So up to here, you're using a whole bunch of different muscles. From here, once again, the movement is hinging at the hips. Don't forget that. And as you open up your chest just a tiny bit more, see if you can bring it lower and a little tiny closer to that knee. And again, lift up halfway. A bit of a pause, readjustment in the breathing, and we're lifting all the way up. This is not easy, so I congratulate you at doing this. Keep momentum going. Inhale, and with an exhale, once again, forward and halfway. Pausing. This is our last one. Dropping all the way down. Feeling so good about our hamstrings. Inhale. And with an exhale, lift up. Halfway, pause, pull your shoulders back. Everything is working. Yes. And we are all the way up. Wonderful. Soften that left knee. Place your hands back on the floor, but once again, slightly forward of your left foot, and find your way into down dog. And from here, find your way into your child's pose. Settle in, drop your hips on your heels, opening things up, shifting gently side to side. Very nice. Good. Let's check in with each other, and with our bodies rather. So go ahead and find your way back into seated position, exactly where we have started. And a couple of things we're going to do right away. So I'm going to sit a little bit so that we can have different ways to sit. First of all, is it easy for you to sit straight up with your legs extended without necessarily leaning into your arms? If it is just a tiny bit easier than it was in the beginning, that's awesome. That's really, really, really important. All right, reach your arms up again. Lift your chest, really lift it. Don't fold into it. Keep everything open and bring yourselves into a seated forward fold. And once again, take a note. Are you a little longer in your hamstrings and in your spine? Can you reach just a tiny bit more than you did when we just started this? And lift up again. You're reaching. There's a lot of work here happening in the top part of your spine and your shoulders. And again, going forward, it's almost like you're trying to grab onto something out there as far away from your fingertips as you can imagine, but you know it's achievable. One last time. Inhale, open up, open up, open up, open up. And exhale, fold forward. Nice. And from here, relax. Soften your lower back. Drop your head. Good. And gently lift up. If you found the difference between the beginning and now, I'm really happy about it. All right, so once again, we're going to go ahead and bend that knee, bringing it toward our right underarm. And just like in the beginning, we're going to go ahead and grab our foot, pressing that knee into our underarm. And from here, we're going to start to straighten it. And bend. And straighten. One more time. Bend. And straighten. Very good. Place it back in and slide that leg out. And all this time, I'm sure you were having your back nice and straight. That's the important part about this. It's all about strengthening our back. Our posture will say thank you to us. Left knee in, grab that left foot, and first, just come into the position where you know your back is straight. You're slightly leaning back just for balance, and then straighten your left leg. Just go as far as you feel comfortable. Don't worry if it does not want to open all the way. I know it's more open than it was 30 minutes ago. That's all that matters. You versus you 30 minutes ago. Good. And once again, make a note. Which side is harder? And 3. Nice. Wonderful. Good. We're not doing a lot of twists today at all. So go ahead and release that. And you're on the floor now. And we're going to do a little bit of core work, but it's going to be, once again, a lot of it is going to engage our back muscles. Reach your arms in front of you. If you have any issue with your necks, just go ahead and support it with one of your hands. In the meantime, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, we're going to lift up toward our knees and then rotate to the right. Please exhale as you lift. Ready? Inhale. And 1, 2, 3. You finish your exhalation. Inhale as you're rotating all the way to the right. This is the first rotation that we have all day today. And start to exhale back. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 3, 2, 1 as you exhale, and start that long inhalation as you come to the left, coming back forward, and 3, 2, 1, inhale. 2 more times. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Start to inhale as you rotate to the right, coming back forward. And start your exhalation. 3, 2, 1. Inhale once again. This is the last one. 3, 2, 1. Do not lose your shoulders. Rotate to the left. Coming back to the center. And 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Reach your arms above your head. Bring your knees. Bring your feet to close to your hips. Inhale. And with an exhale, try and find your way into a crouching position. Go for it. And from here, we're going to start to press our heels into the mat as we're lifting once again into chair pose. Good. You found it. Your hands are still on the floor, right by the sides of your feet. Lift up, inhale, and with an exhale, swoosh. And again, inhale, arms are extended. You are strong through your core and through your spine, most importantly. And one more time. Inhale and exhale. And lift all the way up. Reach and drop your arms by your sides. Very nice. Okay, for this next one, since we're going to be doing balancing, this is going to be the last big challenge before we start to wind down. I want you to have either the block or maybe a stack of books, anything. We're going to go for assisted warrior 3, which basically means that while you're still doing that warrior 3, you're not immediately going to fold forward and then lift your right leg. But this is where I want you in the end. You're going to actually find your way into that balance and place your fingertips on that tool that you're using. So we're going to start with our left leg, press into it, and while I'm also on the mat, so I know that it is really cushiony, so it's not very easy. So hang on there, stay nice and concentrated. Please remember that your hips are square. Keep going until your fingertips are on the tool that you are using. And then from here, just gently lift that right leg. Pull your shoulders back, breathe. Soften your left leg, place your right foot back. And once again, we are in pyramid. This time, your arms are going to go up toward the ceiling. Inhale, reach forward. Your hips are square, your shoulders are square. Good. Forward all the way. One big challenge again for our back. Ready? Inhale. And with an exhale, arms and body reach forward. Inhale. Exhale all the way up. So the weight of your arms above your head really, really, really did it. Lovely. Lean slightly forward. Soften your left leg. Find your warrior 3 again. And from here, come all the way back into your mountain pose. Hard, but I know that you did it. Good. So reposition the block or whatever it is that you're using. Remember, core, breathing, and just focus. Relax through your shoulders. You are finding your way into warrior 3. You're not just folding forward. Reaching, reaching, placing first your fingertips. Remember, it's fingertips, and then raising that left leg as high as it would go. Your core is engaged. You're doing great. Soften your right knee. Place your left foot 2.5, 3 feet behind you. Rotate it. Hips are facing forward. Arms are up. Inhale. And with an exhale, back very strong. Halfway. From here, inhale, and with an exhale, all the way down. Inhale, and with an exhale, up halfway. Inhale, and all the way back. Beautifully done. Release your arms. Go ahead and soften your right knee. Lean forward, and find your warrior 3 again. And from here, gently release. And place your left foot back on the mat next to your right. Find your way on the floor, on the mat. Hug your knees, round your back, give it a break. And then from here, gently unravel yourselves with a nice long exhale on the floor. Straighten your legs and start to relax. If there is anything in your body at the moment that is really bothering you, close your eyes and start to let it go. Your shoulders have worked. Your spine has worked really hard. A lot of hamstrings and quads. Attend to them. For the next couple of minutes, nothing exists other than you really observing your body, feeling that it's open and heavy, and you're just letting go. Your breathing is soft. It's like a little breeze through your body. If there is something that is bothering you, find yourself relaxing it as much as possible, whatever it is. Relax your shoulders. We're carrying a lot of anxiety in our shoulders and our hips. Relax them. Let them go. This is your moment. You won't have another one like that for a long time. So seize it. Use it to fully let go of every single muscle in your body. There are no foreign thoughts. It's just you. Relaxed, very heavy into the earth, with your heart rate barely detectable, with your breathing very soft as you continue to relax your shins and your ankles and your toes and your hands and your wrists and your elbows. Relaxing your collarbones and your throat. Relax your jaw. Letting go. Just be. Good. Gently roll your head side to side. Go ahead and shrug your shoulders gently up and down. And then reach your arms all the way up. And roll onto one side of your body and tuck your folded hands under your cheek. Give it another one beautiful long breath. And then from here, press into your hands as you're lifting into a comfortable seated position. Good. And now extend your legs in front of you one last time. This is how we started here, where we didn't have any bent knees. Reach, feeling how much stronger and longer your spine is. Open things one more time and then place your hands together and drop them down to your heart center. And thank you so very much for joining me today. Namaste.